What would you do if you came face to face with your child's killer? Would you watch them get sentenced to life? Would you watch them get sentenced to death? Or would you murder them yourself? Let's find out what this mother did to her child's killer right now. Happy Wicked Wednesday, my Cajun cuties. Yes, it's me, Anne Marie, aka the Cajun Crime Queen from Carrico, Louisiana. Cajun born, Cajun bred, and when I die, I'll be Cajun dead. I hope after this video that y'all like, subscribe, and comment, and don't forget to press on that notification bell so you never miss a video from me, Anne Marie. I hope you have a beverage. I hope you have a snuggle partner or a snuggle fur partner. Those are the best, and y'all are ready to hear a true crime case with me, Anne Marie. And as always, how are y'all doing on this Wicked Wednesday night? I hope you're all having a fantastic night. I hope you are doing okay. And I want to know, as always, are y'all drinking y'all water? Are y'all getting those tickers up? Remember, if you just go for a brisk walk, 20 or 30 minutes every morning to start your day, you're going to have an amazing day. You're going to get those endorphins up and you're going to feel wonderful. And if you stay hydrated, you're going to feel so much better throughout the day as well. So what are y'all doing this summer? I'm so excited this summer. And if you're watching this video today, it is pre-recorded because yes, I am in Miami this week. M-I-A, another M-I-M-I-A, M-I spells Miami. I'm so excited. I'm taking my children on vacation. It's going to be a wonderful time. And I want to tell y'all to enjoy this summer and make tons of memories with the kids, because the next video I'm talking about, this mother did not get to make the same memory with her daughter. Today we are traveling all the way to West Germany to discuss the case of Marianne Bachmeier. Marianne was born June 3rd, 1950 in West Germany. Marianne grew up with very strict conservative parents. Marianne's father was an ex-SS soldier, and her mother was just as strict as her father. Her father was a heavy drinker and spent most of his time at the neighborhood bar. And Marianne said that her childhood wasn't the best because every time her father would drink, he would become very aggressive. He was an ex-soldier. She said so that her childhood was very strict. She couldn't do much. But after Marianne's parents got divorced, Marianne's mother remarried. And as most teenagers, Marianne started rebelling. Marianne's mother wasn't happy about the situation, even blaming Marianne for her failed relationships, which I don't understand. That shouldn't be your child's fault if all your relationships are failing, but I don't know what was going on in the house. Maybe something was going on. I don't know. This led to Marianne's mother kicking her out the house at the age of 16. And just at the tender age of 16, Marianne became pregnant with her first child, who she ended up giving up for adoption as an infant. Then 2 years later, when Marianne was 18 years old, she got pregnant by her high school boyfriend. And while pregnant, close to delivery, close to almost 9 months pregnant, Marianne was attacked, leading her to give her second baby up for adoption while she was only 18 years old. In early 1972, Marianne began working at a pub. While working at this pub, she met the manager, Christian, and they began dating. Not long after they began dating, Marianne became pregnant, and she was over the moon excited. She thought to herself, I'm 22 years old. I could be a mother now. I'm stable. I have a stable relationship. I have this great job. I'm going to be the perfect mother. But Christian decided that he wasn't ready to be a boyfriend. He wasn't ready to be a father. So Marianne knew that she was going to be raising this baby on her own. On November 14th, 1972, Marianne gave birth to a beautiful baby girl named Anna. She loved her baby girl so much. She was so excited and happy and over the moon in love with this sweet little girl. But Marianne was a single mother, and she had to make ends meet, which means she worked all the time running this pub. People said she would bring Anna with her. Anna would sleep in the pub and at night, And during the day, while Marianne would sleep, Anna would socialize and play with her friends in the neighborhood. Everyone knew Anna, and they said she was loving, sweet, wonderful. She would talk to anyone. She was very social, just a happy, sweet little girl. But around this time, Anna was around 7 years old, Marianne became aware of her lifestyle, and she thought to herself, I don't have a good lifestyle for Anna. So she kind of started treating Anna like she was an adult. She wanted Anna to take care of things herself. But Anna was just a 6, 7-year-old little girl. She couldn't take care of herself. She didn't know what to do. And Marianne said while she worked at night, a lot of times Anna would just sleep on the side of her at the pub. Marianne probably couldn't afford a sitter. She probably had to do what she had to do. That's why I don't judge her, because mothers, as single mothers, we have to do what we have to do to survive, to support our children, no matter what. We have to give them the home that they deserve, and we have to work. Mothers have to do what we have to do. But on May 5th, 1980, Marianne and Anna got in a little argument. Anna was only 7 years old at the time. She became so angry. She grabbed her backpack. She skipped school that day. She ran to her friend's house, but her friend wasn't home. She was at school. So Anna decided to take the long way home, and she was just going to go back home because she knew her mother was probably going to be sleeping. But Marianne had an appointment that day. When little Anna did not return home from school, Marianne started to panic and reported Anna missing. And that afternoon, a person walked into the police station to report a murder. Not just any murder, but the murder of little Anna. Before I move on with this video, I just want to let y'all know that I have so much respect for this lady. She found out that her fiance murdered a child and went straight to the police station and turned him in. She didn't try to aid him. She didn't try to help him. She didn't try to cover it up. As soon as she found out, she did the right thing, which we all would do, and she turned in her fiance. Who was her fiance? 35-year-old butcher Klaus Grabatsky. Klaus was Marianne's neighbor and knew little Anna. It was said that a lot of times Anna would go play with Klaus's cats at his house, and the fiance was always there. But on this day, Klaus was alone at his house when little Anna showed up. And according to the prosecution, Klaus SA'd Anna, murdered her, tied her up, put her in a box, and left her on the shore of a canal. Y'all, this is so sad. This is absolutely heartbreaking, the last moments of this little girl. And as we know now, Klaus was no good person. He had a long criminal record. He was a sex offender and had previously been convicted of SAing 2 girls. And in 1976, voluntarily submitted to a chemical castration. They let him go. It was said that he was having these hormone treatments to try to reverse his chemical castration. Why would they let this monster back on the street? He had SA'd 2 girls. He was a sex offender, and they let him out, and he committed the same crime again. I hate to hear these things. I don't understand it. I don't know why they would let this monster out. And it seems like they didn't let him out, right away. That he probably was in jail for a little bit. But how long was he in jail? That's what I couldn't find out how long he was in jail for committing these crimes. But in my opinion, I don't think it was long. I don't think it was long enough. It was not long enough because Klaus didn't learn his lesson, because he murdered this sweet little girl. And are y'all ready for this? Because I hope y'all sitting down yet, because what I'm about to tell y'all is disturbing. Do y'all know what Klaus had the nerve to say when he was confronted about murdering little Anna? He says, yes, I did it, but she was trying to blackmail me. She told me that if I didn't give her money, she was going to go to her mom and tell her mom that I touched her private parts. Now, what 7-year-old would say that? Why would she even think that up? He murdered this sweet little innocent child that was probably going over there to just play with his cats. And you're going to say that she blackmailed you for money and was going to tell her mom all of this? That's why you murdered her, because you didn't want to go back to jail? So you tied her up, put her in a box, and left her by a canal? This is crazy. Everybody was shocked. Like, this is the story that you're going to, out of all stories, this is the story that you're going to come up with? Everyone knew he was lying. He was a registered sex offender and should not have been walking on the outside world. He should have been locked up forever, in my opinion, for what he did to the two previous girls. And no telling what else he did. But the crime he committed was absolutely terrible. Marianne was absolutely devastated, especially hearing Klaus say what he said about her daughter, all the lies. She couldn't eat, she couldn't sleep. She was so depressed that she couldn't even go identify her daughter's body. Y'all, I could not even imagine what she was going through. To lose your child is horrible, but to lose your child in that way, she was devastated, depressed. She couldn't eat, she couldn't sleep. All she did was think about her daughter. And she had so much guilt that the last time she saw her daughter, they had this huge fight. Marianne just couldn't get over it. But on March 6th of 1981, Marianne knew that this was the third day of Klaus Grabassi's trial, and she knew he was going to have some words to say. So what did Marianne do on this day? She wore a long trench coat, had the face of rage on her face, like any mother would at this point. She was enraged. You can tell by her face. I'm going to put the link to the video in the comments. She walked in that courtroom like a badass, with her hands in her pockets, and stuck one hand out. And as soon as Klaus stood up, she fired 7 shots, hitting Klaus 6 times in the back. Didn't resist arrest, put the gun down, and that was the end of it. While she was shooting him, she screamed, "Pig." She was full of hatred for this man, and I don't blame her. A mother's love for their child is a love you can't even come close to. Marianne had absolutely no remorse, and she wanted him dead. Of course, Marianne was arrested, which I don't agree with. But anyway, Marianne was arrested. She was hauled off, and her trial started 2 years later. While her trial was going on, they asked her for a handwriting sample. And what did she write? She wrote, "I did it for you, Anna," with 7 hearts. I'm guessing that's how many years Anna was. She was 7 years old. And I also wondered if those 7 shots that she found at Klaus were because of Anna's age, being 7 years old. I don't know. I don't know if it's because the police stopped her by putting her arm down at 7 shots, but those 7 shots, I always wondered if that was for Anna. But on March 2nd, 1983, Marianne was convicted and sentenced to 6 years in prison, but she only served 3 years and she was out. It was said she was married, she was happy, she was living her life. But sadly, in September of 1996, at the tender age of 46, Marianne died of pancreatic cancer, and she is buried with her daughter. And that makes me happy that they are finally together. I'm sure she's living with her daughter and having great times with her daughter. But this lady went the distance, absolutely went the distance to get justice for her daughter. Is it the right justice? Some people say yes, some people say no. But Marianne was not going to allow Klaus to get away with murder. Not only that, could y'all imagine hearing this man speak about your daughter? Saying all these lies, how Anna was trying to blackmail him and do all of these crazy things. She knew that none of that was true. And she even made the comment, I'm sick of hearing his lies. He was no longer going to sit there and lie. She had had enough, and she was going to get rid of him herself. My final thought, I always give y'all my final thought. My final thought is, I don't know what I would do in this situation. No one knows what they would do. Do I think what Marianne did was right? I don't know. I don't know if I can do something like that, but I know that the hatred I would feel for that person would come out in some type of way. I might, fly over the table and try to like beat him up. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. No one knows what they would do. But in this situation, this is how Marianne handled the death of her daughter. And she handled it like she wanted to handle it. And she wanted Klaus dead. She didn't want to even hear his mouth anymore. She was over it and she was done with it. Now, do I agree that Marianne should have went to jail? Absolutely not. No. I think that should have been forgiven right away because she was that angry about the death of her daughter. She was that upset that this man went out of his way to SA and murder her sweet little girl. She did not deserve that. But nobody knows how they're going to react in that situation. I've been knowing about this case for years, even though it happened before I was born. I remember hearing it because I remember a lot of people talking about it, saying the same thing. Oh, they would have done the same thing. They would have done the same thing. She doesn't deserve jail time. She was that upset by sneaking a gun into the courtroom, by killing this man, by giving her daughter the justice that she deserved. A lot of people say that they would have done the same thing. Marianne was happy with her decision of killing Klaus. I do think that a lot of people in this world do think that Marianne should have gotten more jail times. I've seen some people have said that, 3 years wasn't enough, but some people have different opinions. And if y'all want my personal opinion, I do not think that Marianne should have served any jail time. And it breaks my heart that she died so young at the tender age of only 46 years old of pancreatic cancer. It's just so sad. And this video is dedicated to Anna and Marianne because my heart goes out to both of y'all, and I hope y'all are together, and I hope that y'all are embracing each other and y'all finally met again. I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. I had so many requests for this video, and the one tomorrow is just as sad. I hope that y'all like, subscribe, and comment, and don't forget to press on that notification bell so you never miss a video from me and Marie. And as always be aware of your surroundings, always stay safe, and always remember that y'all can always message me, send me requests, anything that y'all want. And I just want to tell y'all all, thank y'all so much for the love and support. I couldn't do this without y'all. I love y'all all very much, and I hope y'all have a great night, and I will see y'all tomorrow night. Bye.